Hello and all, welcome to a Galaxy Man Show interview show. So for my very next guest on today show is these two incredible singers known by the name of Kelly and Kat. So I'm about to add Kelly and Kat onto the live now to have a chat with Kelly and Kat about their incredible music that they've made. So yeah, let's add Kelly and Kat in and have a chat with Kelly and Kat.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going, girls?
We're good. How are you?
Yeah, really good, thanks. I just want to say first up, thank you so much, Kelly and Kat, for making an appearance on my show. It's such a pleasure having you both on the show today. To people that don't know who you both are, if you can give like a bit of backstory about yourselves, and then we'll dive right into the questions.
Sure. We're super excited to be here. Thank you so much for reaching out.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. We've been so excited. So thank you. I guess a little bit about ourselves is we're sisters. We're songwriters. We've both been singing since the time I was 5 and Kat was 3 when we started doing musical theater. Kat actually, fun fact, has been writing songs since she was about 2. They weren't very good songs, but she's been writing since then. It's carried all the way up till now. We didn't start actually singing together until we were both in high school. We kind of wrote separately, did our own things. We were doing musical theater. I was taking acting classes in the city, and our vocal coach actually was like, you guys should try singing together because Kat has a higher register and you have a lower one. And she was like, it might work. And we tried it and it mixed really pretty. And then we started collaborating, writing, and it just kind of all took off. And we just
fell in love with it.
Yeah.
And we've been lucky enough to release music since and music videos, and we're still in the studio. So it's been a really fun journey and we're just getting started.
That's awesome. So we'll dive right into the question now, Kelly and Kat. So for my very first question, as you mentioned, you guys have created incredible music videos and songs. And for the very first song I'm going to name, New Girl, what was it like creating this song? And what's the whole meaning behind New Girl?
New Girl was, I came up with, I think, the verse in my room in high school. It was after a breakup, and it was that moment when I found out that my ex started dating a new girl. And, it's that defining moment where you realize, okay, it's over, they moved on. And I kind of took whatever I felt like I couldn't say, and I wrote it into this song. And that was when I was learning guitar still, and I picked these jazzy chords, and we were in the studio. It kind of just turned into this saxophone jazz song, and it just came together so well. And it really was that moment where I closed the door on that chapter, and Kelly had helped me write the chorus and the rest of the verses, and it just came together so well.
And we got so lucky when we were in the studio, actually. We were there, and our producers were like, oh my gosh, the chords are so jazzy. We wish we could have a saxophone on this or something. And the engineer turned around and said, the intern that was here the other day plays saxophone. And we were like, everybody was like, no way. So we called him back up. He drove down from Massachusetts to Woodstock where we were recording. And he did an unbelievable job. They were like, go for it. He killed it. And that's how New Girl came to be. And that one's definitely one of my favorites.
So I'll start with your next question. So you both have also created this incredible other song called Nobody Knows. What was it like getting to create Nobody Knows, and what's the whole meaning behind Nobody Knows?
Nobody Knows was another song. I think I started writing that one on ukulele back in 2015 when I was 15 years old, and it was kind of like a coming of very young age where I was struggling with who I was as a person, having anxieties about growing up, fitting in high school. Kelly was also in high school at that time, and we had worked with other producers on it, and it just never, the vibe of the song never felt like that was it until we started working with Adrian Young and our producer Quinn, and back in 2018, and it came to be this very vibey song. It had more depth into it. It was really a very therapeutic song to write because when you're having those conversations with yourself, who am I, who do I be, it can feel overwhelming. And so to have a song playing the words for you, now whenever I feel that way, I can just go back to that song. But we were lucky enough to create a music video with that one too, and yeah, that's the story of Nobody Knows.
So on to our next question. So you both have also created an incredible song called One Day. What was it like getting to create One Day, and like what's the whole meaning behind One Day?
So One Day is kind of like it's kind of like a little anthem song, I'd have to say. Like I really like that one. It's kind of like a nice way of being like, you're gonna regret losing me, kind of. And I think it was a way of, this was more of a song that Kat wrote after her breakup, but it was kind of like more of a, you know, our own song to get through it. And I think it's almost been a song too, like it doesn't exactly relate to breakups. It could be anything, a job you didn't get, maybe stuff that's happening with friends, or you got a bad grade on something, just kind of being like, you know, it's kind of all gonna work out and I'm good, I'm okay, kind of. Like,
I think another thing is it definitely can relate to being in the music business, because you know you get a million no's and you get that one yes, and so it definitely is an anthem song, and it was our first single, and that one definitely has like a special place in our heart together.
Well, I have to say, by the way, I love like the songs that we've mentioned. I love like your vocals, and like I have to say your talent, like both of your talent is insane. And to people that haven't heard of Kelly and Kat's like songs, definitely go support Kelly and Kat. These two girls deserve the amazing support, because you both, as I said, have so much talent. You both really do, and I just wanted to say that from the bottom of my heart. You guys have so much talent and such a gift, and it
Thank
really
you.
shows.
that means
Thank you
so
so much. This is
Thank
awesome.
you.
We're so happy to be here.
Awesome. So on to my very next question. So what made you decide, both as artists and performers, to get into like the music scene in the first place?
When we were really little, I think Kelly started doing theater at like age 5, taking acting lessons, and I was always singing around the house obnoxiously as a little child. And it kind of just came to be that we started performing, and we fell in love with performing first. That's like our true thing, is we're performers at heart, and so everything else kind of just spiraled, and we really got serious about singing together back in 2014, if you want to tell that little anecdote.
Yeah, that was actually really cool. We had entered like a contest we saw on Facebook for Disney and Kohl's, and it was to sing Let It Go from Frozen, and you know, we never thought we'd hear anything back from them. We sang our harmonized version of it, and they reached out to us. We got flown out to LA with the other top 10 finalists, met some pretty cool people out there, and then we ended up winning, and that kind of was like a moment. We were so blown away. Like faces were up on the TV. We were both in shock, and I think that was a moment that we were like, you know what, we really love doing this, and we kind of want to take it from a hobby to, you know, really making it like a career and something we do for the rest of our lives together.
So on to our next question. So who would be your like all-time inspirational person or music artist that you both look up to, and why?
This is a good question. I'd have to say it's between Cody Simpson or Kehlani for me, just because both of their writing is absolutely so amazing. There's so much depth and feeling in it. You can get so lost in all of the words in their songs, and I think that, you know, when we're both writing, that's like a giant thing we both want to encompass. I know Kat loves Kehlani as well.
Yeah,
It's a giant inspiration for both of us. So I think that's a huge thing for me. I mean, their vocals both are unbelievable too. They're great performers, but you know, I have such a respect for especially the vocals, all the little things in between, and like really the lyrics.
I would say Kehlani and Demi Lovato. I've always looked up to Demi Lovato. The voice that they have is so amazing, and I love the way that Demi like belts and the feeling in the song. So I would have to say both of them.
I love it. So on to our next question. So what like does performing music mean to you, like especially as artists?
Performing music, that's a great question. I think music is something that, you know, everyone loves, and I think that it's super important to be able to connect with people. That's our biggest thing, is being able to, you know, when we're performing live and we look out and whether there's 100 people or there's one person and you're connecting with them, that is like the moment of like, wow, this is incredible, because being able to connect live through music, performing, and emotions is so special. And when we're lucky enough that we get to perform together as sisters, and so to be able to like bring what we do together to other people, and see, just how we can make people feel something. Even if we're singing a sad song, people, you get happy because it's like, wow, that was amazing. And I think that's a beautiful thing.
So on to our next question. So if you both could work with any top 3 music artists in the music industry, like who you would vibe with the most, like who would they be and why?
This is
Kaylani.
Kaylani, because
We love her.
amazing. I think, I mean, I would say
John Mayer.
John Mayer would be really cool. Like
Unbelievable.
John Mayer or Cody Simpson, I think they both have amazing voices, and the guitar, like electric acoustic thing they've got going would be really cool. And I feel like I would say Ariana Grande, because she does a lot of
her arrangements.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
like the harmonies and the vocal arrangements, and we really look up to her. And we have a couple harmonized bridges, kind of copying her style in our own way, with harmonies, doing it ourselves. So I think it'd be really cool to see what we could come up with her one day.
That's awesome. So on to our next question. So what have you learned about yourselves as like artists, like especially during COVID?
Wow, that's a good question. I think that we have learned, I think, to expand our talent a lot. I think there's been a lot of time. I think everybody's had a lot of, quiet time during this, especially at the beginning of everything. There's been a lot of like kind of reflection. I think, we love the music we've put out that everybody's heard. We're so happy everybody loves it. And, we've kind of taken that and like all of our experiences that we've had since then, and, kind of reflecting back as artists. And we recorded 2 songs and a third very soon that, we kind of have taken everything and kind of like, I guess, upped our writing game, upped our vocal game, kind of, I guess we've been finding ourselves more as artists. I mean, I have to say, I think I found myself more as a person as well during all this. I think there's been a lot of time for growth.
Yeah, I would say we've definitely matured as artists, as people, and it's given us a chance, because we were performing every night at different venues, which was incredible, but we didn't have the time to really connect with our fans and our followers and friends that we've made through social media. And it's definitely a beautiful thing that we have now. We have so many people, even people that we see popping up on the screen saying hi, and people in our messages. And so we definitely had time to really connect with people and see what kind of impact our music has, which is amazing.
It's amazing.
I have to ask, by the way, if you both could like go anywhere in this world, any country, any like tour around the world, like after this pandemic is over, where would you both want to go to and why?
I feel like there's a lot of people that always say, come to India or Malaysia. I would love to go there. And one of my favorite places in the world I've never been to would be Australia. I just think it has to be beautiful.
Australia is beautiful. And yeah, we have so many people that reach out all the time, like from Malaysia and from India, and they are so sweet. And, we've made, like Kat said before, we've made so many friends, so many connections that we weren't able to, like, before the pandemic, just because we were so busy, that now we've gotten to connect with people from all over the world, and it's so beautiful, and we're so thankful for that.
I love how you said Australia, because I'm actually from good old Brisbane, Australia. So
no way.
So
I know your accent is so
Your
cool.
accent, and I'm sure it's probably beautiful. I'm so
Yeah.
jealous.
It's amazing. The beaches in Australia, highly recommend if you both ever do come down to Australia. The beaches are sensational. So
Yeah, we
highly
have.
recommend.
It's on the bucket list for
Yes,
sure.
it is.
Awesome. So on to our very next question. So like, what are like the positives and negatives into creating your own music in the industry, and how do you both like get through those like negative moments as artists?
I think the positives definitely outweigh the negatives. We're able to make music and reach people that we wouldn't have been able to without the technology that there is now. I think the biggest negative, besides trying to find yourself as an artist and being able to, you know, not get overwhelmed by the pressure of who's the newest big star, because everyone's path is different. We're all unique people. Everyone has different things to offer, is that there's so much content out there. So it is a little bit harder for people to find you, but it's not a bad thing because there's so much beautiful art out there now. So many songs, friends we've made that we wouldn't have known. Obviously the biggest positive being able to be artists and making your own music is, you know, we've been lucky enough to work with people that respect our creative freedom, collaborated with producers and musicians, writers, and we get to do what we love, which is just amazing. So any obstacle that comes our way, we're able to, you know, you got to oversee it.
So that's our very last question. So, like, what's next for you both, like, music-wise? Anything that you both would like to announce on the show?
Yeah, sure. We are currently, like Kelly said, working on a bunch of new music. It's a little bit more acoustic pop than our old stuff.
Got a lot of big vocals.
Big vocals, lots of harmonies, and we are planning to do more music shortly, but we are getting ready to release those probably in spring of
we gotta get
22.
Music videos together, gotta get cover art. Like, we're really excited about all these songs. I've been listening to them like crazy. I just can't wait for everybody else to listen. So we have that. We've in between, like right now, we've been doing a lot of shows on Sessions, Sessions Live. We usually do it Fridays around, I think we're doing 8 o'clock tomorrow. And we really like that. It's really fun. It's like good way to do shows, even though it's not like in person. It's nice to be able to see everybody and sing for them. So yeah, I think that's what we got going on right now.
We're just getting ready for our next release, and we couldn't be more thrilled.
Well, would you like to perform one of your songs on the show, by the way, Kelly and Kat?
We would love to.
Love that. We came prepared.
We have our guitar right here. Just
yeah, you can switch. So we're actually gonna sing "New Girl" for you guys.
Yes, we're gonna do an acoustic cover of "New Girl." So I guess we'll just jump right into it. New girl, she anything I couldn't be. Hope she makes you happy. Slow down, no strangers to see. I should know by now you're not the one for me. It took me so long, I finally moved on. The only thing I pray, don't hurt her the way you hurt me. Talk to knows what you see. You might come inside something you can keep. Secrets, every little word. Please don't tell her my dreams. It took me so long, I finally moved on. The only thing I pray, don't hurt her the way you hurt me. Don't hurt her. Creep through my veins. Be careful when you hold her, you say. It took me so long, I finally moved on. The only thing I pray, don't hurt her the way you hurt me. Don't hurt her. Thank you.
Wow. Wow.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Well, can I just say thank you so much again, Kelly and Kat. It's been such a pleasure having you both on the show today. Do you have any last final thoughts that you both would like to give on the show to people?
Well, thank you so much for, having us on. It's
We so
amazing
appreciate
that
this.
you, connecting people together through music. I think that's incredible. You can find us anywhere at Kelly and Kat, if everyone wants to stay updated with our journey. And we're just so happy to be here. Thank you so much.
And I think, I guess, advice for everybody is just don't give up. If you love something, just keep going after it. If it's, something you love, it's definitely worth it. So
True. That's good.